In the previous class, we were talking about the operators, isn't it? In the operators, there are various kinds of operators. I think I said you about them. Unary operator, binary operator, ternary operator. Then we were discussing about the arithmetic operator, then logical operator, and relational operator, bitwise operator. Then we had also heard about the dot operator and the new operator. Beside that, there are a few operators like assignment operator is there. Now, what is assignment operator? Assignment operator is the operator that assigns value to a variable. Assignment operator assigns value to the variable. Then there are complex operator or composite operator. Sometimes they are also termed as shorthand operator. Complex operator or compound operator or shorthand operator, what are they? They are actually consist of two operators. They combines two operations together. For example, plus equals to, minus equals to. These we can say compound operators. Okay, now we will start our class with the examples of operators. So when we talk about the examples of operators, let us start from the logic, mathematical, arithmetical operators. Let me see where is the starting point in the book, because many of you may be a little confused. So due to that reason, I'll follow the book, and according to the book only, serially, I'll try to move. It is not possible to move according to the book exactly. So still, so in chapter 5, page number 72, there are different forms of operator. Number one, unary operator. The operator those needs only one operand. Number two, binary operator. The operators those needs two operands. And number three is ternary operator. The operators those need three operands. Now, then types of operator, arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator are the operators those can perform arithmetical functions or operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, finding the quotient, etc. Now, if you want to try to find out the percentage, it is not a single operator. It is not the work of a single operator over here as you had seen it in calculators. So you have to use the formula. You have to use the formula. So depending upon, now comes addition. I'm not going to discuss or give you examples of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Modulus operator. Now what is modulus operator? The percentage symbol. Modulus operator returns the remainder. The modulus operator returns the remainder after dividing the first number by the second number. Then division, modulus. Now comes relational operator. Relational operator, when we talk about relational operator, these operators are used to determine or find or determine the relationship between two quantities. They may be numbers or literals, or they may be variables. For example, x greater than y. This is the relation, whether x is greater than y. Then comes, there are certain relational operators are greater than, smaller than, greater than equals to, smaller than equals to, double equals to. This checks the equality. Double equals to checks the equality. Why double equals to is used? because single equals to is used as assignment operator. Single equal sign is used for assignment operator, say x equals to 5. But we cannot check if we write x equals to 5, that becomes a relational operator. X equals to 5 is assignment operator. I repeat, x equals to 5 is assignment operator, means the value or the numerical value 5 is assigned to the variable x, whereas x double equals to 5 becomes a relational operator. Now it will check if the value of x is equals to 5. Then comes logical operator. Logical operators, there are 3: and, or, not. And, or, not. And is represented by double ampersand. Or is represented by pipe. We say the character as pipe character. जो पैरेलल 2 लाइन दिखता है, हर लाइन एक लाइन को बोला जाता है पाइप. It is being so we have two pipe characters in OR. Then there is the logic table. I don't think you have any problem in understanding the logic table. True and true is true, true and false is false, false and false is false, false and true is false. Similarly, if we talk about OR operator, true or true is true, true or false is true, false or true is true, false or false is false. So these are the simple things you had understood in class 8 and you are very familiar with them. So now comes shorthand assignment operator. This is page number 80. In the page number 80, you can see shorthand assignment operator. Now, what is shorthand assignment operator is, it performs a mathematical operation and assign the result of the operation back to the variable. Shorthand operator, what is shorthand operator is, it performs a mathematical operation with a variable and assign the value back to the variable. That we say assignment operator. Now, in the example it is given, I'll try to show you in the on screen now. So yeah, now we are talking about shorthand operators. So what are shorthand operators are? These operators consist of two operators together. For example, let us take an example. Correct? There is no problem. X equals to 5. Now we can use, we want X equals to X plus 3. Now, instead of writing the operator like this or performing the operation like this, what we are actually doing, we are adding 5 plus 3, that it is equals to 8, and 8 is assigned back to the variable X, isn't it? So instead of writing like this, what we do, we combine both the operators like this. So It performs the same task. What is the previous task we did? It performs the same task. That's why it is called shorthand. We had eliminated certain part of the equation. Okay, now comes increment and decrement operator. I think all of you know about increment and decrement operator. When we talk about increment and decrement operator, there are two types in them. Increment operator is plus plus and decrement operator is minus minus. When we talk about either of these two operators, they consist of two types. One is prefixed and another is postfixed. Now, what happens when we talk about prefixed and postfixed? Prefixed means the operator is placed before the variable or at the left of the variable the operator is written. Like for example, plus plus x. This is prefixed operator. And when we talk about postfix, the operator is placed at the right of the variable, like this. Or it could be as. Now, what happens in these two cases is the prefix operator are executed. The prefix operator's operation is executed as soon as the operator is met. As soon as the operator is met, the prefix operation gets executed. I give you an example like this. Say, int x equals to 5, and I'm not writing the full form. I'm writing the system.out.println x plus plus. Now, in this case, you get the output as 5. Why 5? Because the operation was not done. The increment operation was not done. Why? Because the postfix operation is only done once the statement gets executed. Until the statement is complete, means we do not reach the end of this braces, the statement is not complete. So it prints 5 because it has not increased the value of x. Whereas if we had written it like this, we could have get a result of 6. Because as soon as this operator is met, means till here, the statement is executed, it will increase the value. So this is the difference. I give you further example. Say x equals to 3. Now, what happens? Its value remains 3 over here. As soon as we meet this operator, means this statement is done. ये statement खत्म हो गया क्योंकि हम लोग यहाँ पे प्लस साइन पे पहुंच गए. So now here the value of x becomes 4. And again we have the value of x as 4 only. It do not increase. So what will be the result? We get 3 plus 4. Correct? But Now, if we, after the execution of this particular statement, after the execution of this particular statement, if we check x, then what could be the value of x? It becomes 5. Now it becomes 5. Why 5? Because here the value of x was 4, and after the completion of this, the value of x was increased by 1. So if we now check the value again, sorry, it is moving so with it. So if we check the value of, let me move this to the upper portion. Yeah. Now, if we recheck the value over here, so what happens? The value becomes 5, because here the value remains 3, no problem. As soon as we meet the plus, the value of x increases by 1, it becomes 4. Here the value of x remains 4, but as we reach this bracket, the x value of x becomes 5. So if we print it, it becomes, we get the result as 5. Now let us take another example. So here value of x is 3. At this position, it remains 3. But as soon as you meet this very operator, the value of x becomes 4. So value of x becomes 4. And as we meet this, now see, this is a prefix operator. The value of x becomes 5. So what would be the result? The result will be 3 plus 5 equals to 8. Now, if we check the value of x again, only checking the value of x, it will remain 5 here. Hopefully, this makes the concept clear about the postfix and prefix operator. Hopefully, I'm not very sure that you would be able to understand, but if you have problem, you can always ask. You can raise your hand and I'll try to clear your doubts if you have problem. Okay, now I'm going to stop this sharing again and see you there. Okay, now stop sharing. Okay. Before I continue any further, let me take your attendance. Before I continue any further, I'll take your attendance. And by that time, hopefully all of you had copied what I'm trying to explain, and you can go through them and see if there is any doubt in that. So here it is. First one, put on the spectacles. Adarsh Raj, then Aditya, then we have Aditya Babu, okay. Then Anupama, then we have Aviditya, we have Ayush Kumar, then we have Daya Shankar. Now Ayush Kumar, which is this? Ayush Kumar. Ayush?
Yes, sir.
There are two Ayush. What is your father's name?
Sir, Santosh Kumar Singh.
Hey, my goodness. We don't have Ayush Kumar as name. Father's name is Santosh Kumar Singh. My dear. One Ayush, his father's name is Sanjay Shah. Another Ayush Kumar, father's name is Dinesh Kumar. But we don't have anyone Ayush Kumar named. Father's name is Santosh Kumar Singh. तो गड़बड़ा गया भाई.
सर सुमन सर भी बोले थे.
सुमन सर भी यही बोले थे.
यस सर.
गड़बड़ गड़बड़ हो गया. Do one thing, you better go to the office at any time or send someone to clarify the doubt, okay? Because it may be problem in future also. ठीक है, इसको
Okay,
क्लियर
sir.
कर लेना है, इसको ऑफिस से आके क्लियर कर लेना है. By the way, I'm giving, I don't know which Ayush Kumar should I give the attendance. Okay, were you present on the last day, Ayush?
Yes sir.
Okay then. Okay. Now, after Ayush, we have Dayashankar, we have Ishika Singh, then we have Prithviraj, then Kumar Abhishek, then Kumari Kanak, then Kumari Prerna Anand, then we have Push Kumar, Push Kumar, Mayank Kumar, Mayank Kumar. Then we have MD Afsar, then MD Kamar. Then we have Mondas. We have Nishant Kumar Singh, Prachi Bandwal, Pratik Aryan, Premjit Kumar, Prince Kumar, then Rajanandini, then we have Rashi Gupta, Sharia Jamal, then we have Shivam Roy. Is it Shivam Roy? कौन है भाई शिवम रॉय? तो कोई है नहीं यहाँ पे, तो है शिवम कुमार. चलो बात करते हैं. शिवम रॉय, इफ यू कैन लिसन मी. नहीं.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Shivam. What is your father's name?
Sir, Chris Kumar Yadav.
हाँ ठीक है. तो तुम रॉय क्यों लगाया? यहाँ पे शिवम कुमार है सिर्फ. Okay. Now we have, after Shivam Roy, we have Shreya. Shreya is there. Then we have Srishti Kumari and Swan Prakash. Okay, that's all. So we have the attendance of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. हाँ, किसी एक का तो छूटा. किसका छूटा भाई? जिसका छूटा हाथ उठा के बात कर लेना. आदर्श राज का कर दिए, सबका कर दिए. एमडी आयन, यस आयन, तुम्हारा ही छूट गया था. हो गया आयन, तुम्हारा हो गया. इमरोज का भी छूटा था क्या? देख लेते हैं. एमडी इमरोज 9A. यस इमरोज, तुम्हारा भी छूट गया था. चलो हो गया, दोनों का हो गया. Now, as we have taken the attendance and hopefully all of your doubts and problem in operators are done, and along with that इमरोज कुछ बोलना है? Yes, Imroj, you can talk now if you want. Okay, okay.
जी सर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
Okay, okay. Okay, now we are almost at the end of our syllabus. बस एक टॉपिक बचा है and that is the precedence of operator, and along with that we will also understand type conversion or casting. So we will let us try to understand casting or conversion. Now what do we mean by casting is converting one data type to another data type. Already I think I taught it in class 8, but still there is something more that we are being discussed previously, or if we have not discussed, that is a new topic for us. Casting. When we talk about casting, casting means converting one data type to another data type. Now when we cast, the casting can be done from lower data type to higher data type or higher data type to lower data type. सर ये हायर और लोअर और ये क्या हम लोग को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है? वेरी सिंपल, टेक इट अ वेरी सिंपल वे. इन इंटीजर्स यू हैव 4 डेटा टाइप्स. इंटीजर को ही 4 कैटेगरी में डिवाइड किया गया: बाइट, शॉर्ट, इंट, लॉन्ग. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट बाइट, व्हाट इज द साइज ऑफ बाइट? 1 byte. What is the size of integer? 4 byte. Now, can you convert the size of 4 byte to 1 byte? जिसका साइज 4 byte है उसको 1 byte पे कन्वर्ट करना आसान होगा क्या? एडजस्ट होगा? 5 लीटर दूध लानी है और है कहीं पे 5 लीटर दूध है और तुमको उसको 2 लीटर वाले बोतल में डालना है. कैन यू एडजस्ट? नहीं कर सकते हो ना. You cannot do that. Now you have to take 3 bottles. But here in computer, it is not, you cannot define as many as variables wherever you want, isn't it? Now what happens? We can still convert them. Means the data types having the larger memory size can be converted to data type having lower memory size. And that conversion needed to be done by force, isn't it? उसको forcibly करना होगा, जबरदस्ती करना होगा. And in the second case, if a lower data type wants to be get converted to higher, आसानी से हो जाएगा, isn't it? 1 लीटर दूध है, 5 लीटर वाले कैन में डालना है, बहुत सिंपल, पकड़ो और डाल दिए. Similarly, here also, when we try to convert a lower data type, say the byte to integer, we can easily do that. But if we want to convert an integer to byte, that needed to be done forcibly. And these 2 types of conversion are termed as implicit conversion and explicit conversion. Implicit conversion in that there is no need to apply force. Means we don't need to convert it forcibly. Okay, it automatically takes place. For example, int, let me show you on the screen. Very little time left, although so still. Let me show you on the screen. I'm going to clear the canvas now. Let's say you have declared int x equals to 5. Okay. You can easily convert to long y equals to x. आसानी से हो जाएगा. Because integer is smaller than long. Now, if we have defined like this, long x equals to 10, and we want to convert it to int, this is difficult. ये आराम से होगा, automatic. But this we need to apply force. अब यहाँ पे force लगाना होगा. तो force कैसे लगाएंगे? When we are assigning this, instead of writing this statement, इस statement को लिखने के जगह पे हम लोग अब use करेंगे int y equals to, now this is the force we had applied. int जो लगा दिए सामने में, ये क्या कर रहा है? इसको x को जबरदस्ती इंटीजर टाइप में बदलेगा. And this we say as explicit conversion, and this one is implicit conversion. ये हो गया implicit, ये हो गया explicit. Okay, now take another example. Int x equals to 5, we can easily convert it to, this is easy, अपने आप होगा. But if this is like this, then we need to apply force. यहाँ पे force apply करना पड़ेगा. Why? Because it is int and float. They may be of both of same size, but float is treated as larger than integer. Whereas here you can see this is need to be done explicitly. So these are the simple types. So you have to understand which data types you are actually trying to convert. So when you convert the data types that may be required depending upon the program, so you have to memorize and you have to use explicit or implicit conversion. एक last topic बच गया है, वो आज होगा नहीं. We have only some seconds left for the class. So that is the last topic that we need to do is the precedence of operator. Before the class ends automatically, let us continue our discussion. The precedence of operator means in which order the operators gets executed in an equation. In an equation, the order in which the operators gets executed is called termed as operator precedence or precedence of operator. Just take an example of equation. Just for example, now in maths, what we follow to solve an equation? We follow the rule of BODMAS, isn't it? अब पीयूष रंजन अभी आ रहा है, बताओ 10 सेकंड पहले. I'm not going to allow him. Now, when you do the same in computer, that's very simple. That's very simple. My name, Hemdas. So here it is multiplication first, then division, then addition, then subtraction. And they are being followed left to right for arithmetical operations. Beside that, there are the other things included like braces, they will be executed first. Then there are certain more operators, those we will discuss in the next session. Okay, for today, this is the end of your class. Have a nice day and get prepared for the next class if you have. So